hate to tell a lot of these Big 12 whiny asses out there that I told you so, but I told you so. I told you this deal was going to get done quicker. A lot of people's like, no, they're going to make them wait to 2025 because of the big buyout. No. There's ways. There's always loopholes and ways around stuff. And it seems like there's some interesting shareholders that want to renegotiate this whole thing and get this thing done sooner rather than later. Let's talk about it. The home of the Common Joe and the Common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Doing a double podcast today, doubling up because we got some breaking news, and that breaking news, as I just said in the lead up, is that the Big 12 is now talking to its shareholders about pushing Texas and Oklahoma out early so they can get a good TV deal from ESPN, who, by the way, owns the first tier and the rights to the SEC nation. So, of course, if the Big 12 wants to right the ship a little bit and get a nice little deal and possibly get enough money from ESPN to go out and poach some more teams, namely those 4 teams from the Pac-12 that we've all talked about coming to the Big 12, that being Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. Well, I think that the Big 12 is now suddenly ready to part ways and forget all about that big old buyout, because guess what? ESPN's probably, because they're one of the shareholders in the Big 12 as far as their sports goes and being televised. If they want a long-lasting big contract and looking at the big picture of things, getting rid of Texas and Oklahoma early at this point would probably be a good thing to do. A good compromise for the Big 12, Texas and Oklahoma, and the SEC. Because the Big 12, they need that big TV contract themselves to stay afloat and to decide who's going to survive, them with the Pac-12. At this point, looks like the shoe's on the other foot from last year. Pac-12 had a chance and opportunities, I've said ad nauseum, to take the Big 12 out, and they listened to Kevin Warren's little snaky ass, and now they're getting what they get. Everybody's talking about the Big 12 and the Big 10 killing them off by getting 4 more teams. Well, it might come from the Big 12 and ESPN killing off the Pac-12, a 107-year-old conference. So, like I said, all these Big 12 people out there that have been trying to thwart this and talking all that smack, namely Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy and to some degree Baylor, those are the 2 main ones that were wetting their little diaper and losing their noodles because they got left behind. Looks like suddenly they're okay with Texas and Oklahoma leaving early. Gee, I wonder why. The ESPN millions. I can guarantee you that. But I could be wrong. But that is the rumor, and that is what I'm hearing right now, as of now. And I also like to say thanks to the Common Joe and Sally's in the know out there, because Sooner for Life is the one that put me onto this story. He come in there and rung my bell a little bit and got me a little bit of a notification. And so I jumped in here real quick to get y'all the download on this. And that's all I got to say about that. Leave your comments in the comment section. If you don't mind, hit that heart option down there. It says thanks. Throw a few dollars in the coffers. Help me get off this YouTube teat. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.